He's relevant to this time. He understood the beginning, and he understands the end. He understands everything in between, because he wrote it down. Hallelujah. It's right here in this book, the beginning and the end of the whole world. And God made it and created it, so He knows where you are. He knows what you're going through. He understands the pressures that are on us, and He helps us to bear them if we let Him. Take your burdens to the Lord and leave them there. He said, take on my yoke and my burden is light and easy. He'll take the load off you. When you're pressured by life, when you're pressured by different things that you've grown up with who have affected you and caused you to be who you are, He will take the load off, the pressure off, so that you can serve Him. He's a person that people can relate to. The young people of the world, I can't relate to God because they don't know who He is. They've got a different picture, a misconception of who God is, therefore they can't relate to God. But if they ever understood that He's the God of the Creator of the universe, He's the God that holds all things together in this world, that we can breathe right with the right amount of oxygen, hold us on this earth, that we don't go spinning off into space. He brings the sun to heat us up, and the night at time to cool us down. He's the God that's still in control of all things, and the vastest and greatest of God, if we understand today, then we can shout, I know Jehovah God, and He is my Lord. Another misconception is that God is meek in mind. We've been taught from Sunday school that Jesus was humble, meek in mind. But He's not meek as we look at meek today. If they say that man's meek, they say he's weak today. But the meekness that Jesus had was that He humbled Himself to the plan and purpose of the Father. Every chance He got, He stole away and prayed. Got away from the apostles and prayed to the Father. Because they had this intimate relationship. He came to be an example of what we can have. And if we grab onto that, we can have the same thing. Jesus was definitely not meek according to today's idea of meekness. He was humble and surrendered to the Father. There's a difference about surrender to God and being meek. If you're surrendered to God, He's in control of your life. But when He gets in control of your life, let me tell you what happens. Peace comes in. Hallelujah. You can rest at ease that everything's going to be all right if God's in charge of your life. He comes in to remove things that shouldn't be in your life. Addictions and problems and despair and depression. He removes that and fills it up with joy and comfort in knowing God is still in control of all things, and He will be in control until the end. So if we have a relationship with Him, we're on the winning side. Hallelujah. When Jesus was humble and surrendered to God, He became strong. He didn't make Him weak. See, we have this conception, if I surrender to God, then I'm not going to be able to do what I want to do, and He'll change your want to. I said, He'll change your want to. He'll change your desires. He'll change your dreams. He'll change your plans. But in surrendering to God, we become strong. Strong enough to say no to the enemy. Strong enough to say no to ourselves. Because ourselves oftentimes is our greatest enemy. The things that Christ did on earth was so His great character and strength that He received from God could be made available to you and I. As we take on an intimate relationship with Jehovah God, we take on His character day by day. Then we become made in the image of Him and Jesus. That's what we're here for. He said, let's create them in our image. The man fell in the Garden of Eden, so we've been struggling trying to get back to the place where God desired for us to be in the beginning. Another misconception is that God is a spoil sport. If I serve God, I'll have to quit doing this. If doing this keeps you from serving God, you shouldn't be doing this. Come on. If there's a hindrance in the way between you and your relationship to God, you might get left here when the church is raptured out. Whatever it might be. How we justify. But no one can love and admire and worship a God whose very existence is viewed negatively. How in the world can God have an intimate relationship with me? If He's the God of the universe and He's so busy, He's got an intimate relationship with people around the whole globe, around the world. How can this God have a relationship with me? And that's a misconception that the devil has sown into the lives of those who are trying to serve God. We don't think that God loves us enough just to be there for us. We don't understand the vastness of who God is and the very existence of who He is, that He can have a relationship with millions around the world and still have a relationship with you. Still look down above your weaknesses and your faults and say, I love you, daughter. I love you, son. I want the best for you. And I'm going to be there to the end. But no one wants to be in close relationship with someone he sees as only waiting around to spoil all the enjoyment of life. And people look at God.